So this is a Bailey Unicorn Vigo, going to take you around the van and show you how it operates. Front of the van, you have the hitch, jockey wheel and handbrake. We'll demonstrate these to you in person here on site. On the side of the caravan, on either side, you've got the wind down legs to stabilise the caravan. You would not lift the caravan with these legs as it could potentially damage the floor of the caravan. You then have your water pump connection, which is very simple to use. You pull the pump out and push it into the side of the van, and you can use the top cover here to lock it in place. You can see it's got a little tab at the back here that then locks it into place. The water pump itself, or the pipe work, will drop down inside the aqua roll. You then have your Aldi heating and hot water flow on the side of the van. So that is essentially there to allow the heating and water system to breathe. That's very similar to what you've got inside of your house. You've then got your gas locker. So on the bulkhead just there, or on the side of the van just there, you've got your gas regulator itself with the gas pipe work going down to the bottle. And on top of the bottle, you've got your on-off valve with your reverse thread fitment gas fitting that goes into the top of the bottle. You then got the wheel nuts, which will torque before the caravan leaves site, and will also demonstrate the motor move to you so you can see that it's working correctly. You've got your grey waste pipes coming out the side of the caravan. It's on the side of the van. You've got your water pump connection, and the waste water has to come out somewhere once it's been through the sinks and the shower. So you'll have two bits of grey pipe that go into the large diameter holes, and they'll drop down inside your waste master. At the back of the van, you've got your toilet flush tank, so you'll open this up and it'll take 3.5 litres of water and a cap full of the pink fluid. In the bottom here, you've got your toilet waste cassette. Very simple to use. You'll pull the orange handle up and pull the cassette towards you. The neck here turns out so you can tip the waste away. On the back of the cassette, you've got your orange pressure relief button. So as you're tipping the waste away, it doesn't spit and splatter back at you. Before you use that toilet waste cassette, you'll need to put 1 litre of water in there and a cap full of the blue fluid. On the rear of the caravan, on either side, you've got the wind down legs to stabilise the van again. Again, we've just got one down for the purpose of handover, but you would never lift the van with them, as again, it can potentially damage the floor. On the side of the caravan, on the door side, you've got your storage locker for underneath the bed. You've then got your 3-pin socket with aerial connection, so you can have a telly connected on the outside. Your mains power connection, which just pushes into the side of the van. Behind the door, you have your fridge vents. The fridge vents are simply there to allow hot air at the back of the fridge unit and to take some cool air in. And also behind one of those there is a gas flue. You've then got your storage for underneath the front seating area, and that will allow access to that, and your barbecue gas point at the front. I'm going to go inside the caravan now. Inside the caravan, it's very simple to use. You've got your mains power switch, so you need to have this switch on for power to be turned on. At the top here, you've got a voltmeter to tell you what you've got in the battery on board the caravan. You've then got your water pump switch, which we'll explain in a moment. And then we've got the internal lights and the awning light on the outside of the caravan. Next to that, you've got your individual light switches, plug, and your aerial connections. Once you've got your power turned on, and you've got your lights on, etc., you'll be able to start filling the water system on board the caravan. So for this, we need to come over to every tap on board the caravan. I'm just going to do it through the sink in the kitchen. You're going to turn the tap to the hot side and open the water tap up completely. I'm just going to turn the water pump off for a moment so it runs out of water in the pipework. So the first thing you're going to do, like I said, is open all the taps up on the hot side. You're then going to come underneath the seat on the front right hand side of the caravan. Underneath here you'll actually find a yellow valve. Now they are a little bit hard to see on these particular vans. So they are down the back of the water tank, and you'll see that yellow valve just there. Now to fill the water system on board the caravan, that yellow valve needs to be parallel with the floor as it is at the moment. If that valve was upright and pointing towards the bottom of the seat, it would actually drain all of the water out of the caravan onto the floor. So before you fill the system, you need to make sure it's parallel with the floor. You would drain the caravan down after every use of the caravan. So every time you're putting it back in storage or putting it back on the driveway, you'd make sure that valve is pointing upright towards the bottom of the seat. you'd put all the taps between the hot and the cold on the mixer tap, open up the valve, and all the water will drain out the system. Once all the taps are open and that yellow valve is parallel with the floor, like I said, you can then turn on the water pump. The water system will start filling up, and when the water system is full, you'll have water running out of every tap on board the caravan continuously. Once water is flowing out of every tap continuously, you can shut all of the taps back off, and you can start thinking about warming the water on board the van. So the black control panel that you see here just behind the sink, if you press the power button in the bottom left hand corner, it will wake the control panel up. You can then press the menu button, and on here you'll have your option for your room temperature, plus or minus. So the higher you go on the top one here, the hotter the internal temperature on the caravan will be. Below that you'll have your water temperature, so you'll have hot water on and hot water boost when this bar is completely full. Below that you'll have the amount of power coming into the caravan from the caravan site you're on. So essentially this will control how much power the heating and hot water uses and how efficient it is. Obviously the more amount of kilowatts you have coming into the site, into the caravan from the site you're on, the more efficient and powerful the heating system will be. Also the water system. So you'd select the correct power source on there for the site you're on, and then down in the bottom left hand corner you have the option to run gas. So just here, gas on and off. When it is green, the gas system is ignited, and if it ever comes up with gas fail on the screen, it means the gas system has failed to ignite, and you would need to make sure the gas is turned on, or just make sure you've got gas coming through to the hob, as normally if there's no gas coming through to the hob, the heating and hot water system won't ignite. The reason being is the hob is the last point on the gas system. So you've got room temperature at the top here, water temperature below, amount of power coming into the caravan from the caravan site you're on. With that one, if you do ask the site office when you arrive on your holiday, they will advise of what you can set that to. And bottom left hand corner you have your option to run gas. You do have some advanced settings in these two options just here, but for these we do advise you read the manual that comes with the caravan. The microwave, hob, grill and oven are all very much the same as your household appliances. The only difference being with the microwave, it will only work on 240 volts, as I'm sure you can probably appreciate, but to get the microwave to wake up you need to press the eco button, as it is an eco microwave that turns itself off in between uses. The same with the electric ring that you have on the hob, it will only work when you're connected to 240 mains. We're going to go to the fridge now. Now the fridge is very simple to use. You've got an off position at the top here when the caravan's not been used. You've got a 240 plug symbol here, which means when you're connected to mains power, you can run the fridge on the mains, and you'll be able to control the temperature of the fridge on the dial on the right hand side. You can also use the fridge on 12 volt supply from the car when you're towing down the road, but essentially the fridge at that point will be a cool box, not a fridge, so you can put it onto the 12 volt mode, and like I said, that will allow the fridge to work as a cool box. Down the bottom here you've got the option to run on gas. Now again, it is very simple to ignite on gas. So you turn the control to the bottom, you have your pilot light window here. Essentially the red line is the pilot light for the gas system, but to ignite it you'll press in the temperature control and hit the igniter at the same time. You'll then hear a very faint clicking coming from the fridge itself. Once it's ignited, this little red line here will come round into the green, and if that red light stays in the green, then the fridge is fully ignited. What you would need to do is, once that red line is round into the green, you'd need to continue holding in the gas valve for a further 5 to 10 seconds to allow the thermocouple on board the caravan to warm up completely. Once it has warmed up, you can slowly release the gas valve, and that will be the fridge ignited. To turn the fridge off of any power source, you spin it back to the off position at the top here, and the fridge will be turned off. Going into the bathroom now, have a very simple to use toilet system on board the van. The toilet has an electric flush. You have a toilet full indicator light here, which illuminates red when the toilet waste cassette is completely full. The toilet itself turns for your convenience, so you can put it to any angle you wish to. However, it will need to be back in the position it's in now when you remove the cassette from underneath the van. The reason being is it will lock the toilet waste cassette in place if the toilet is turned. Below the toilet you also have your grey waste handle. Now again, if this is open and across in this position, which we advise you have it in for using the loo, it will not allow you to remove the cassette because it will lock it in place. So you always need to make sure it's shut back up so the toilet flap is shut, and then it will allow you to remove that cassette. So this is a Bailey Unicorn Vigo. If you have any further questions on the van, please don't hesitate to give us a call here at the Caravan Company and we'll be more than happy to help. We appreciate the business and we look forward to seeing you here on site soon when you collect your caravan. Thank you for now. Bye bye.